So I guess we start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yo, what's good, everyone? Cam here, back with another podcast. Right now, I got a new guest today. It's one of my good friends who I usually work with a lot. His name is Bugz Gutta. Bugz, tell him about yourself. Tell him what do you do and what are your goals.
What up, what up? I'm Bugz Gutta, a.k.a. the Pynk Gorilla, and I'm a hip-hop artist here in Brooklyn, New York, but I'm from VA. My goals is to just bridge the gap between hip-hop and the LGBT community.
Wow, that is amazing. How did you first get started in music?
Well, I got started with hip-hop, like, years ago, locked up, but 5 years ago, I decided to really, okay, I'm going to take this serious and I'm going to go for it. Because for so long, I felt like hip-hop didn't have a place for, gay people, trans people, whatever, LGBT. But it's 2000. It's not the same as it was, back then. So, like,
Everything evolved.
Right, so I felt like, well, shit, everything else evolved. I'm saying we can talk to each other on the phone, so why can't I rap?
I know, right? And that's crazy, too, because there was a point of time where I was, like, adopted into the Christian life, and it made me homophobic for a little while, but then it all changed when my grandfather, he had a grandchild, or a great-grandchild, or something like that. And he was gay, and even though he was Christian, he still looked to him like an equal, and I got inspired off of that, and that's how I stopped like judging people on the whole. So that is amazing. Have you ever faced like, I know it's obvious, but have you ever faced like extreme criticism based on your like even to this day?
Yeah, like it's crazy because, but the funny thing is, I receive more criticism from my community.
Oh man,
than I do from the straight community. So, yeah.
And that's insane too, because the way I think about it these days, that being a black person, it's almost the same in a way, because back in the days we used to get prosecuted for being black. And now, even back in the day, gay people used to be pursued for being gay. But what if you're two of them, both gay and black? Right. It's even harder.
Yeah.
I've seen so many disrespect to the black transgender community and gay community.
Yeah.
And I've heard so many stories, horrible stories of people getting killed left and right. And I actually have about 5 transgender friends. So it's like, I worry for them every single day because I don't want anything to happen to them.
And that's how it is. Like, and being black, like you said, being black and being gay, it's like, goddamn,
I know,
in
right?
America. And it puts, well, I know for me, it puts me in a position where it's like, as proud as I am to be black, I'm also just as proud to be gay. So it's like, when I want to stand up and fight for my color, it puts me in a position where it's like, how? Why? Because when it comes down to me, they're not going to fight for me.
I know, right? And I actually like learned this like a while ago. And then there was a video from Young Farrah that showed me the same mindset that, even though you're down for the black community, if you meet the toxic kinds, you gotta stay far away from them. Even if you want to help bring them up, it doesn't make any sense because at the end of the day, they'll always try to bring you down. Look at what happened to 6ix9ine. He was hanging around wolves, and when he no longer feed them, guess what he did? They come for his neck.
I mean, but even like, but with 6ix9ine, he I don't look at it the same because he definitely was out there doing a lot of shit and saying a lot of shit that he shouldn't have been doing.
I know, right?
So it's like, even if he was roaming with the wolves, he wouldn't have got ate if he wouldn't have been out there just prancing the fuck around. Like,
I know, right?
So he was hot.
Yo. Oh, man.
That 6ix9ine is a character, yo.
I know, right? he's a troll, but in the end of the day, he wasn't really being himself. He was like saying a whole bunch of shit, being completely reckless.
And that's the crazy part. It's like, I get it because it got him the hype around him, what it was, but look at where it got him. And it's like, you did that for your career, and now you fuck.
I know, right? That shit's
Even if
insane.
you get out, even if he get out right now, he probably would be able to make music, but he won't be looked at as the same 6ix9ine because you was the 6ix9ine that was, I'm a blood and this and this and this and that. I'll kill you niggas. And you can't do that now when you come out. So the only thing you can do is rely on your music. And I don't really think that's like...
A lot of people lost respect for him for that. And at the same time, it's like, this is what's wrong with the black community lately. Because we look at snitching as, like, if you do that, like, it's not cool. But it's like, yo, it depends too. Like, at the same time, those same niggas would be in your car and one of them would have a gun. And then if the cops pull you over, he'll drop the gun in front of you and be like, yo, he's not going to arrest all of us. Right. And that's like what's wrong with like the community sometimes because it's way too toxic.
You just gotta work. You gotta be, like you said, you gotta think about who you got around you, because if I don't want to have myself in a position, okay, like right now, I got shit going for me. I'm not about to be in a car with niggas that I know got a gun. I'm not. And 6ix9ine should have been thinking about that. I'm not going to. And if I am around with that person, he's not going to be in a car with me. He's going to be in another car.
I know, right?
Or I pay for you to have an Uber. That's what you send your shooters in the Uber. Not with me, because
can't go the same way.
Right, because if they pull me over and you in the car, now it all comes back on me. No, and like people got to be smart about it. Like if you're not going to leave that street shit alone, then be smart about it.
I know, right?
If you want to still keep your same killers, your hitters, your niggas with you, be smart about it.
I know, right?
Don't, because that's
And always keep it in the back of your mind that those people are wolves. If you keep entertaining them, one day they'll bite you.
Yeah. Yeah,
oh, man.
Definitely. And you just got to be careful who you got around you.
Yeah, I know, right?
You can't have, like me, I don't have people around me. The people who I got around me, I talk to these people and know these people every day. And that ain't, and I don't even know if they're a wolf because shit. Everybody look the same.
I know, right?
Snakes, dogs, cats, rats. Everybody look the same, hanging together, so you can't tell nobody apart.
I know, right? It's only when they attack, that's when you know for sure.
That's when you know. And it's crazy.
Oh, man.
But it is what it is.
I know, right? But yo, you performed at South by Southwest.
Yeah.
How was it like? Tell me your experience with it.
South by Southwest was definitely an experience. Like, being down there, that was my first time going, and I heard about it last year, and I was like, I want to do it. And then so when the opportunity came, I'm like, oh shit, I'm up here.
Yo, how did you got that opportunity, by the way?
This was the first time that South by Southwest had a LGBT showcase, so it was like, it was just for us, and
that's a big deal, right there.
They hit me up, and they was like, we want you on the lineup, and it was dope, and I really got a chance to see other artists that's hungry and starving and wanted like me out there. Like they was out there with all they promo. It was niggas on cars with speakers and microphones on a corner rapping, on the back of trucks rapping. Like everybody out there just networking. And there was no bullshit. It was just people just genuinely out there trying to pursue and further their career. And it just made me say, I want to go back. Like, I can't wait till next year. Even if I'm not on a stage, a certified stage next year, I'm going just for the experience. Because I think every artist need to go there. Because
I know, right?
I was seeing so much, like, different type of promo materials and marketing tactics that, like, I did a couple they had, like, what do they call when... seminars. I went to a few seminars, and because I had the wristband, and so I was able to do the artist lounge and the seminars and all
sick.
of that. So it was definitely dope. it was a good experience, and I can't wait to go back.
Nice. Yo, that is amazing. I wanted to go there, but when I tried to sign up, I did it really, really late.
Yeah.
So now I gotta wait till like September or way before that, and then I could apply for it.
Yeah, definitely apply for it as soon as the new. I want to say the new registration will come out at the end of the year. So definitely apply for it.
Nice. Wow. Like, the LGBT community has come a really, really long way.
Yeah.
Especially within hip hop, especially since South by Southwest did that. I'm actually pretty proud because music came a long way, because back then all you could have been was be hard. Now you could talk about your emotions. Now the LGBT community can get involved and have their own story to tell for
Right.
everybody to tell.
But and the weird thing is, my story isn't too much different from your story and the next dude's story. The only difference is who I slept with and who I sleep with.
Oh man.
Like, if you took a look at my life and then you look at Keith's life, he's straight, I'm gay, that would be the only difference. It's like you haven't like, straight people haven't experienced. It's not like we live in two different planets. Like, if I grew up in the hood, you grew up in the hood, we grew up on the same street, our lives ain't but so much different. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But people don't think about that. They just say, oh, he's gay, so if he's gay, he's completely different. And it's like, no, I'm still a man, I'm still black, I still hustle, I still have feelings, I still like football, I still like basketball, I still like Nikes, I still like, and the crazy, I still like girls. I still think girls are beautiful. Women are the most precious thing on the earth.
I know, right?
And I look at that the same way a straight man sees a woman, but I'm just not, like, I don't want to lay with her. And because I don't want to lay with her, that doesn't make me different. That just make me not want to lay with her.
No, right?
Like,
And that's an insane concept that people, especially guys, don't get. Because I remember, like, when I was a teenager, and most of the time, like, when school is over, I would go to a different place, and then when I come back, like, I would be telling stories about it. But the stories I used to hate to talk about was like what happened if a girl liked me while I was on the trips, because they would be like, "Oh, did you kiss her? Did you have sex with her?" I'm like, "No, I don't want to do that." And they're like, "Nah, bro, you suck. You're gay." I'm like, "Bro, what?"
but that's our community. We do that. We make people feel, we judge people, and we put our judgments and our views on everybody else.
I know, right?
And it's like, because you don't do what they do, now you're gay.
I know, right?
And it's like, no, I just don't want to sleep with her. like
that toxic mentality needs to end.
Yeah,
it needs to end.
But it's will it? Even it's hard. It's so hard, and it's like, because everything has been passed down, just like religion. Like, most of our views and perception of life isn't ours.
Facts.
It's our parents, aunts, uncles who passed it down to us.
I know, right?
And like, I remember it was this 5%er that I was cool with when I was locked up when I was younger. He used to always say, you have to unlearn what was taught to you. And I used to be like, how the hell do you unlearn what was taught to you? Like, my nigga, I learned that. You can't unlearn it. But it's not in that way. It's just meaning you have to get your own mind. Create your own world, your own thought process.
Right.
Don't just say, oh, because they told me that this is wrong. Who the hell said gay was wrong? Why is it for people who religion, Christianity? Like, I seen a meme the other day. They said homosexuality wasn't that important to, because it's not in the 10 Commandments. And it's like, but that's what people focus on. Society, when they want to come at gay people, they use religion.
I know,
they
right?
say, oh, it's not right. But it's like, you eat crabs. You do this, you do that. No sin is no greater than the other. Why is it that because my sin is different from your sin according to the Bible, that I'm going to hell and I'm wrong? And it's like...
And you know what's sad to me? Like, people treat gay people worse than someone who's actually hurting someone.
Right.
Like committing murder, robbing someone.
Yeah.
Taking someone's wife. That is also in the commandments.
I tell people all the time, you can go to jail for rape, for child molestation, killing an old lady, and snitching on people, and come home and people will throw you a welcome home party and clap your hand and show you love. But if you come home, be in jail, or they find out you gay, oh, nobody, nah, we ain't fucking with him. They want to kick you out the whole. They don't even want you in the hood, in the society no more. And it's like, all I am is gay. I did nothing wrong to nobody. And that is so crazy to me that our community really, really look at it like that.
I know, right?
But
and you know what's crazy too? Like, there's something I discovered like last year or something like that. The Bible like hates gay people, but they don't mention anything about lesbians. And
what?
But they don't. If I remember correctly, they only talked about it like once. I can't remember the scripture exactly, but it says that the men was so gay that it made the woman also gay, and that was it. And then after this, the scripture that came after that was because they made the woman gay, they will be punished or some shit like that. I was like, what? That shit was weird as shit. Like, I wish I could find it right now so I could like share it to you guys. But that shit is weird to me. Like
that book, I grew up with religion, Christianity, but I'm not religious. I'm more spiritual.
Yeah, me too.
Because I find it so hard to believe that one religion is the truth. Because Christianity was forced on people.
Facts.
Before
our people.
Yeah. And before Christianity was here, Islam was here. Before it, like, so many other different things are here. So how can you say that what they believe is wrong? So I just feel like whatever I can learn and gain wisdom from, I learn and gain wisdom from it. It can be the 12 steps if I have to, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Courage to change.
Like, I used to be like a hardcore, let's say, Christian, but now I was more of an agnostic for a while. And then after that, I was like, you know what? I'll just be more spiritual-wise. Like, I'm still like more of agnostic in a way where I'm not even sure like if this is real, if that is real. But now, like, I'm trying to find the God within myself. And I think I already have. And when I woke up to realize this, I was like, yo, everything is a lie. And that comes, like, where I first, like, reprogrammed myself to, like, be my own person. Because this whole mentality I was before, I was like a robot, like, just doing what everyone told me before.
Right.
I was worried about everyone's judgment. I was worried about what people think of me. And, like, when I realized, like, wait a second, why would I care about this if I don't? And that's where everything, like, changed with me. That's why I dress the way I dress. That's why I talk the way I talk. I do whatever and not be fear of being judged. I remember, like, there was a time where I was in Trinidad because I was, like, depressed. So I took, like, 3 years off. And I was working at the supermarket, and there were, like, 2 girls. And I was, like, they were, like, laughing, and my friend was like, yo, I think they're trying to hit on me. And then they just came up to me and, like, insulted me. And my friend was like, yo, you're taking that? I'm like, why? I don't care. Whatever they said wasn't true to begin with. And after that, I was like, yo, like, one day when these people, like, realize that I'll be okay being by myself, they'll all come flocking back to me.
Yeah.
And then by then I'll be like, okay, cool, bye.
Bye. I don't even know you. Right. But that's how it is. Like, people, sometimes it takes other people longer to figure out that you're dope. Mm-hmm. And, like, I had to realize that, like, I'm dope. I know I'm dope.
You're dope.
Right. It's just going to take other people longer to figure it out. And I'm okay with that.
I know, right?
I don't have the choice but to be okay with it, right?
Facts.
Because if you don't think I'm dope, if you don't think I'm talented, if you don't like my music, don't like how I dress, you don't like my hair, I don't give a fuck. Because there's other people who do. And that's who I feel I have to worry about.
All right.
The people that love me, the people that support me, the people that's rooting, that's, you focus on them. Fuck them other people, them haters, stickings.
But remember, the most important thing, besides the people who rock with you, the most thing that's more important, that you're happy with it.
Right.
Because for some reason, when you become happy with who you are and where you're at, everything just changes. Like, especially when you have gratitude for where you're at right now. Like, everything will suddenly become better. People don't believe in this because they do it for something else in return, but it's like, yo, you gotta be yourself regardless of what you get back from life. And if you're pretending, it's always going to be coming back in your face.
Yeah.
People don't realize this, and that's why people call me fake, because I act positive all the time, but it's not because I want something. It's because that's who I am.
Right.
I always been kind. I always been like this as a child. As a child, I used to bring out my entire allowance money and buy snacks for the
everybody.
Classmates who don't give a shit about me anyway. Like, the only person who give a shit about me in my high school is my brother. And when I stopped and hang out with him, they were like, oh, you're not hanging out with us anymore. Why are you hanging out with people that's under you? I'm like, bro, they're the only ones who accept me for who I am.
So those other ones that deserve me. They deserve my energy, not you.
I know, right? And I wasn't even gay. They told I was gay. But at the same time, it's like I was weird. I was like that weird kid who didn't really care about like what everyone else cares about.
Everybody's gay. If you don't mistreat women, smoke a lot of weed,
yo, that's the real
drink alcohol, play basketball, football, and curse all the time, and wear big baggy clothes. If you don't do all of that, then the black community say you're gay.
I know, right?
And it's crazy. It's like, oh, it's only one type of man. No, right? Like, you have so many different types of men, but if you don't fit that stereotype,
the macho-ness,
then you're gay.
Like, I could be macho when I want. I only be macho when I need to be macho.
Why do I have to? Like, even me, like, why do men, fuck being gay or straight, it's no such thing as one type of man, just like it's no such thing as one type of woman. So if these people need to stop.
People need to stop for real.
Need to stop. People really need to stop trying to force everything else on other people. Like, I create my own world. I don't give a fuck what nobody say or think. Like,
yo, and if you're watching this and you're like, it doesn't matter if you're a girl who looks a little bit tomboyish, or a girl that's overweight, or a guy that likes other guys, or a guy who just isn't into what the world is today. Don't let anybody like bring you down, because at the end of the day, as long as you're happy with you, as long as you're not being destructive to anyone else, you're perfect the way you are.
Just the way you are. Never let nobody else tell you anything different. Because if anybody ever tell you that you aren't good or perfect, then they're lying. Because if you're you and you're a unique individual, then you are perfect. Because how can I not be the perfect me if this is the way that I am? You know what I'm saying? I may not be where I want to be. I may have problems, but if you are this is perfect because this is how it was made, and this is what they had, and you know what I'm saying. So this is how I was made. So I'm perfect. So
I know, right?
Nobody else can tell me I'm not.
Facts. A lot of people need to also like find a way to stop hating themselves for who they are, because I've heard a quote that your chance of being a human is like 4 million to 1. Like, you could have been the sperm that didn't make it.
Right.
Or you could have been born as a tree or an animal that's being hunted down and on the brink of extinction. You're at the best position you're at right now as a human. Like, even though this time right now,
it's not so great.
It's not as great. Back then, it was way worse. It was way worse. Back then, I've heard stories of like tribes and shit, and there are good tribes and there are bad tribes. the bad tribes would come in and the good tribes, kidnap them, attack them, take your wife, take your children, and do whatever they want with them. Like, now you can't do that unless you're getting shot at or arrested.
Right.
Like, the times here are crazy. This is like when people was like, oh, I wish it was like the old school days. I'm like, nigga, a couple years ago in America, people would kill you for just walking next to a white person. Like, that shit's insane. People would kill you if you would try to build your own business. You know how many cities, black communities, been bombed because they tried to progress?
Right. They don't want us to win. And it's like, and that's what I wish my community would realize.
Me too.
The black, like, how the black community say the white people don't want us to win. They all against us, blah blah blah. But then they turn around and do the same thing to us.
I know,
and
right?
we're black.
I know what's even crazier. Like, even though they act like these things happening all the time, it doesn't happen like how it used to be. Right. Everything's a lot easier. It's just now we've been so beaten into. We're stuck in that way now. So now we're unable to grow and we're tearing each other down. Yeah. It's to the point where white people will come and show more love to us than our own community. Definitely. That is insane to me. Like, and people are like, oh, you're a sellout because that white person like you. I'm like, no. Bro, no. They're treating you like a human being. Right. You're not doing the same thing.
You're not doing it.
It's the same reason why Serena Williams married that white guy. And a lot of guys were like pissed. Yeah. But back then they were like, oh, she looked like a man.
Yeah, everybody got something to say about Serena. She doesn't fit that standard. They want Beyonce. They don't want Serena.
Serena is hot. I don't give a shit what anyone says.
That booty. Her butt big.
Yo. Like sometimes we sell ourselves short way too much because of shit like this.
Yeah. But I guess that's life.
Like, one day maybe we could wake up from it, but for now, you gotta focus on yourself and focus on the people who actually want to progress. Those kind of men and women who are like super toxic and degrading ourselves all the time, and then like when someone else shows us love, another culture shows us love, they want to talk shit as well. Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yo, hey, and you're also working on a project. What is the project is going to be about?
A project is basically just, it's about me. It's a story to me. It's a story of, it's a definition of Pynk Gorilla.
Nice.
Like, it's everything that makes me who I am. I talk about everything. I talk about real shit, family, hating, being the underdog, being counted out, being molested, drug abuse in my family, depression, love, heartbreak, everything.
Oh, man.
And it's like, because all that, and that's why I say, I'm no different than the next person. Like, I'm no different. I've experienced everything and go through everything that everybody else go through. It's just, I like something different. But this project is my first full project, and I'm excited.
Me too. Especially since I'm working hand in hand with you on this. That shit
the best engineer ever.
Yo, thanks, bro.
Like I was telling you earlier, like, this was my first time, like, really actually being comfortable with an engineer where I could sit and have a conversation with him, not just about my music, but just about life, period. And I appreciate that because it makes it so much easier. And I wish other people like that in the industry, like, you didn't, when I came to you, you didn't like, oh, he's gay. It was like, okay, let's make this, let's get to work. And I wish other people thought of it like that. Right. Like, my nigga, just because I'm gay and I'm on a mic, I don't want you. I'm not secretly looking at you. That's not how
it works.
Right, that's not how it works. I'm not secretly looking at you. It's just like a hetero.
It's like a hetero shit.
It's like, do you want? It's like, and I actually do that a lot. Do you like every girl? They'd be like, "No, I got a preference." Well, what makes you think I don't have one? My preference is gay. Like, I don't like straight men. I don't want to. I'm not out to try to turn straight. I don't.
Just remember, everyone, consent is everything. You got to understand that shit.
I don't. And they be thinking that a lot of straight dudes be feeling like, "Oh, because we gay, that we want you." No, I don't want you. Like
there are some who will get crazy like that, but it's not everyone.
It's not everybody.
I know, right?
It blows me.
Right.
But I feel like that's what I'm here for. I'm here to show people that everybody's not the same, especially in hip hop. Like, I got bars. He got bars. I'm gay, he's straight.
Facts.
I'm hip hop, he's hip hop.
No, right? We could always come together.
We could always come together
and make something happen.
Room. Like, it's room for me, just like it's room for him, just like it's room for Eminem, just like it's room for Cardi B. Like, it's room for everybody. But I guess because hip hop is supposed to be so masculine and and you know, they always count us.
Yo, thanks to Drake, like that's like the whole game changed when Drake came out.
You think Drake did it? I feel like LL made it okay to be a little. He came and made it okay to be a little, you know.
He was more macho with it.
But he was more macho with it. And then Ja Rule came and he was singing. But Drake definitely.
Yeah. Drake
made it hip hop. Drake made rappers cool to be R&B dudes to me. Like LL, they made it more like, okay, you ain't got to be so raw. But Drake definitely made it so like, okay, I don't have to be hard. Like.
Have to be hard at all.
Yeah, I don't have to be hard at all. I'm not hard. Because Drake is not hard in no way, shape, form, or fashion. Yo. So it's like, kudos to Drake for softening the game up a little bit.
I know, right?
It needed it, though.
I know, right?
Because these niggas is crazy.
I know, right? And you know what even was crazy? When Childish Gambino, like, came out with his projects, it was like, it hit so... Like, that was the best shit I ever needed because it hit so home to me because I was the nerdy dude. Like, he made a whole album based off him being a nerd and how he has to live every day being a nerd. And when I heard that, I was like, holy shit, this is fucking me right here. He made an album for me.
That's dope.
Oh, man. But speaking about the studios, right? Like, I've heard way too many horror stories of like what goes on in the studio where artists record and it's like they got messed up. I have like 2 stories about it. You got any like crazy ones?
Not really crazy, but I've definitely have had sessions where things didn't, you know, go how I wanted to. And I guess that happens in the industry, you know? Especially when you're new and you're trying to figure out, because every engineer is not gonna work well with you, and it's like a perfect marriage, that unity, and I guess the other people just didn't work with me for me, or it might have been for that song, but I'm the type, if it don't work, I'm on to the next because I need it to work because I'm spending money, and I'm not gonna keep spending money and not getting what I want.
Facts. In the end of the day, like, a lot of engineers, like, they think they have to work the way they want, but in the end of the day, they have to work the way you want.
Right, because you're working for me.
Facts.
If that's the case, then don't charge me
I know,
to come and record, and then we could do it. Let's talk. But if I'm coming to pay, then my opinion is the most important.
I know, right? Like, the first time, like, I went to the studio before, I was recording myself on a program called Audacity. And when I went to the studio, me and my homies, like, we were rappers, but they're trying auto-tune on the rap parts. I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's throwing me off. And he's like, he's going to fine-tune later. I'm like, yo, this is making me sound horrible. Like, it's throwing me off to the point where I'm saying my words incorrectly. And, like, you're just going back and forth in this. I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I'm going to just record it myself. Because even though when I was recording myself back then, it was terrible, I was way more happier than working with him for sure.
Right.
Because I was mixing the way I wanted to be, despite not knowing nothing what I was doing before.
Like, as an artist, we don't need the headache because we are the creators of the art. So it's like when I come to create, I don't want a headache. I don't need a headache. Like,
Facts.
and a lot of engineers can be a headache. And I think that comes from a lot of engineers being artists and or used to be artists, and they get mad and get bitter.
I also think that it's based on them being like, I know what I'm doing, you shut up. And it shouldn't be like that.
Right.
It should be like, yo, does this sound good? Do you want me to change it? Like, that's how you should be. It's like working at a supermarket, and you come to and someone comes like, why is this cold? And you like me to heat it up for you, or you want me to exchange it or do something. Customer service is everything, and a lot of people get into engineering or creative field and think that, oh, because I know what I'm doing, you can't tell me what to do.
Right.
And it shouldn't be like that. You should be trying to please your customers as much as possible, because at the end of the day, they're the ones who are giving you the paycheck. And if you screw that up, that person will not come back.
You're right. You're right. And that's why I ain't go back.
That's why I only buy from certain people now. Like, I have a community of friends. We all do like different services. So some of them would buy my music. I would like purchase their services. Like, if they sell clothes, if they do haircuts, if they do anything at all, I would like to put my money into it.
Yeah.
Because that's how it's supposed to be. People always complain about, oh, black people don't support each other. But like, dude, we have a community. Like, as long as you have a little community, that could turn into something big one day.
Yeah. Like Issa Rae say, networking sideways instead of looking up for everybody.
Right.
And that's what our community, we lazy.
Facts.
We want to say, hey, we down here, pick me up, instead of working with the people right beside you so we can all build ladders so we can go up together.
One person can't carry everybody. Yeah. Like, I don't have two backs. Why should I carry everybody?
Right. I like that. I was like, too bad. Why should I have to carry everybody?
Oh, man. Yo, that shit is hilarious. Oh, man. Yo, so is there anyone you want to work with right now?
No.
No one
Not
that you always
offhand.
want to?
You talking about, I mean,
In the future.
I would love to work with Lil' Kim and Jadakiss.
Oh, shit.
Those are
classic.
two people that I would really, really love to work with. And new people, I would say... I don't know. Oh shit, Megan Trainor. Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion.
I think her and
She just blew up too,
yeah,
right?
her and Malibu Mitch. Those two are
she's
really,
dope.
really, really dope.
I don't know how I discovered those two, but like when I found them, I was like, yo, those guys are dope as shit.
They were down there in South by Southwest. They performed.
Oh, sick. You gotta talk with them?
Nope. They performed the day before.
Oh,
I got there.
damn.
Yeah, I wish I would have went because I definitely would have went and saw them.
Oh, man.
I saw they was performing. I got on my phone when I was on my way there. I was like, oh shit, they performed yesterday.
Wow.
I think they're dope and they pretty.
All right.
I love bad girls. Girls that are dope and just, yeah.
I love girls who are not ashamed of being themselves.
Yeah.
That's what, like, people think a girl has to be bad in order for her to be attractive. I'm like,
Right.
No.
No.
I like a girl who's actually being herself. A lot of guys are like, you know Doja Cat? Who sing I'm a Cow?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I love her because she's actually being herself at all times.
Right.
Guys are obsessed over her because she's also hot, but I'm like, dude, if she wasn't looking the way she looks, if it was a regular girl who's like that, would you date her? And they were like, no. I'm like, bro, you're just being a piece of shit right now.
Because they are a piece of shit.
Like, I like people not just girls, but guys, everyone who could be themselves at all times without being afraid of being judged. Because if you like the way you are, then why should you care? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, that's true. And that message needs to be spread through the world in hopes that everybody can get it and just realize that it's okay to be yourself. It's okay to be different. Like, it's good to be different.
It's always good.
Yeah, it's always good to be
Always
different.
good to be
Like,
different.
it's good to stand out in a good way.
Like every time I go home, like I would be wearing the most weirdest clothes. And people are like, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, I'm being awesome, bitch.
Right? Right. I'm being awesome, bitch. And you just don't see it.
Oh, man. Wait, it's 9 o'clock already?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
We've been here since 6, right?
Yeah.
Yo.
And we yeah.
Like, we were like
I got here
recording.
like what, 6? Like 6:15?
Probably.
Yes, I got here at 6:15.
Yo, we've been like working on some new music. Well, fine-tuning them because we've been recording them like for some months now.
Yeah.
And so far it's going awesome. I just need to like finish everything as soon as possible. When he's ready for them, it's gonna be a wrap.
Yeah, it's gonna definitely be a wrap.
Yo.
I really appreciate you, cause and it's so crazy how we met. I was on Craigslist, like, and Craigslist always been my go-to, and like, I feel like, if I need to find something, a service, I can go on Craigslist.
I used to go there. Oh, sorry about that.
So it was cool that I found you up there, and you were like, okay, just send me this stuff over, and you did some stuff, you fixed some stuff for me for free, and I'm like, oh shit, this dude, I'm like, might as well work with him because I liked it, I liked the quality of the music, and he's cool, so yeah, so I definitely appreciate you to the fullest.
Always
And you
welcome,
dope.
bro. Thanks a lot for like
appreciate
believing in me to handle your project.
Thanks.
Because this is a completely different project that I'm working on. I'm so proud to be a part of it so far.
Yeah, we about to fuck them up this summer.
I know, right? So any music videos soon?
I will be recording a video in the next 3 weeks.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hope I'm here
Yeah,
to
I
be a
hope you're
part
here
of it.
too. Definitely.
Because I'm going to be in Trinidad like in the end of April, and I'll be back in like May. Because I got to
Like
have a
what?
honeymoon with my wife.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all going to Trinidad?
Yep. We're going to a different country too, but I'm not gonna say too much because people are gonna be like
Okay.
super jealous. Like, you know, when I get married, the day I got married, everyone was mad at me
That's
because I didn't invite them or told them anything. I'm like, dude, this is
for
my
you.
this is my dream wedding. Like, I wanted to be like by myself and with only 5 friends, and her with her 5 friends. Because when I was like younger, right, I used to be invited to a lot of weddings. And that shit used to make me feel so uncomfortable because the people in there are fake.
Right.
I've seen family members looking at them, the bride and groom, and be like, oh, he looks ugly, she looks ugly.
They ain't gonna make it.
I know,
and all
right?
that stuff.
I know what's the most fucked up part about it? In the end of the day, they're going home with 3 boxes of food, 10 boxes of food. I'm like, yo, I'm not having no fake person come in my shit just to take my food. That shit makes no sense.
But that's real though. That's so true. That's so true.
Like, people don't understand that shit. Like, when the day I got married, right, I didn't even post the pictures. My friends posted the pictures. And when I got home, right, I keep carrying my phone, like, going crazy. I'm, like, checking the phone. I'm getting cursed out by all of my friends. I'll check Facebook. I see I got tagged. Everyone's cursing me out. I'm like, what the fuck? Turn my phone off for, like, the rest of the week until I get back.
Well.
Yo, I didn't even check to this day, I haven't even checked the notifications. Yeah.
But that day is special, and it should be how you want it.
I know, right? Like, a lot of people spend way too much money in weddings to impress people. Like,
And that's all
that
it
shit
is.
don't make no sense. It should be about you and the person who you're marrying. It shouldn't be about your friends. It shouldn't be about your family members, because at the end of the day, it's two people becoming one. And at the end of the day, when you guys have a rough start, you can't be going back to your friends. You gotta go back to your partner and work everything out instead of trying to run away, because that's how relationships and marriages crumble to the dust until nothing is left.
Facts. Facts.
Yo.
Shit.
So let me not keep you here too long.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
This memory card sucks because I only have like 10 minutes left. So as soon as I replace it, I could have like longer podcasts and shit. So this is Bugz. I'll leave his social media in the comments. And until next time, stay awesome, everyone.
Stay
Peace.
awesome.